All right, yesterday's episode, I talked about what to do after you mess up. Yes, mess up is in quotes, but anyways, what to do when you mess up. Well, I figured a fantastic follow-up episode today would be to talk about what not to do because it's just as helpful to know what not to do as it is to know what to do. So, afterwards, when we're trying to course correct, I listed out five things. I'm going to go through five don'ts for today's episode. And if you're not sure then how to fix it, go back to yesterday's episode where I teach you how to actually start course correcting. But so usually it isn't the actual slip up or mess up that's the problem. It is our meltdown or the spiral that follows. That's the real issue. And so the first don't of today's episode is don't make your mess up, slip up, whatever you want to call it, don't turn it into a character assassination. This is not a moral failing. You don't have to say, "Oh, I'm so bad at this. I will never get my shit together. This is why I can't lose weight. This is why I can't get healthy." Because that shame is all it's doing is making you quit even faster. It's just reinforcing that mental image that you have of yourself of never being able to get it right or get on track or get planned or lose the weight. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to have your own thoughts reinforcing this negativity. That's the shame and guilt spiral that we go down. Instead of saying like why this is why I suck, you need to start to think what to do next. And again, I cover that in yesterday's episode. So go listen to it, but it is not a character flaw. It is not a moral failing. So don't turn any mix up or mess up into a character assassination of yourself. That's just not helpful. The second don't go into all or nothing mode. Because when you think, well, I already messed up, I may as well just keep going, I'm all in, it turns one cookie into eating the entire sleeve or a couple chips into the whole bag. It turns one missed workout into an entire week off. Do not do that. Ditch that all or nothing mentality once and for all, because that screw it mentality, that is the real problem. The mess up wasn't the real problem. It's what follows after. So don't do that. The third don't is don't punish yourself. One of my all time favorite quotes is if beating yourself up worked, it would have worked by now. And I can't remember who said it. So if you do, let me know in the comments. But I freaking love that quote. It does not work. You do not have to do extreme restriction the next day if you messed up today, if you ate way more than you planned. You don't have to do two workouts tomorrow or an extra long one or extra intense. You don't have to swear off carbs. You don't have to do any of that extreme punishment stuff. All you have to do is get right back on track. When you turn to punishment, it turns getting healthy into this thing that you have to do that you're dreading. It turns being healthy into the punishment itself because you're afraid of eating one cookie or a carb or missing a workout. And that fear is not helpful when we're talking about building a lifestyle that you like, that you enjoy, that leads to being able to do all the things in life that you want to do. So don't do that either. And the fourth don't is don't dramatize it. I talked about this in yesterday's episode about how we catastrophize everything, where I was saying, I ruined it. The whole day is ruined. My whole plan is off. What's the point? Don't do that. It was one moment. It was one mess up. It was one thing. You are human. It is going to happen. The week isn't ruined. You didn't even ruin the day. But that dramatic thinking will probably lead to dramatic quitting as well. And that yo yo that you quit and then you're back on track and you quit and you're back on track. Stop making it so dramatic. It just happened. Then move on with your day. And the last don't is don't ignore the real reason that this happened, this slip up, this mess up, whatever you're thinking of it as. Look at why it actually happened. Because if you don't know, odds are good it will keep happening. So, is it because of stress or overwhelm? You're exhausted, or is it emotional? Did something happen, like in terms of you dealt with it in maybe not the best way? Or was this a life happening? Life got in the way, a kid got sick, work went long, something happened. So don't just attack the food or the missed workout or something like that. Again, actually figure out why it happened so you can put it into life's whole context and then figure out next time this happens what's going to be my best step. Not what I did this time where I messed up, but how can I do this differently next time? Because assuming that it's a frequent occurrence, it will happen again. And so next time you're going to be more prepared to handle it better. So when you stop doing those things, you can stop the spiral, you can stop quitting on yourself, and you start building this. emotional maturity around these habits where you start trusting yourself to be like, oh yeah, I can't have one cookie and it doesn't have to turn into 12. That's the emotional maturity that we all want. But for some reason, we're really scared to build that self trust with ourselves because it does. It takes practice. It's a skill, just like anything else. So you don't have to be perfect. You're a human being. None of us are perfect. But when you mess up, you do have to stop making it worse. Whatever the mess up was, stop making it worse. So if you ate that piece of pizza that was not on your plan, don't then say screw it and finish the whole pizza. Stop making it worse and then figure out what is my next best step. So next time something happens, just try again. This is a mental skill. You have to practice it. So if you're getting lots of opportunities to practice, that's okay. It is going to take a while to build this skill, but it eliminates the guilt, the shame, the punishment. Just get right back on track and live out your plan. That's it. So that's today's daily bit of fit. Take it and run or walk or stretch. Just go move. That's it for today's daily bit of fit. I'm Coach Mack from Running with Bacon, reminding you that small steps really do add up. Make sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss a bit. And if today's episode hit home, send it to a friend who might need it too. And if you ever want a quick pep talk tailored just for you, DM me on Instagram because I'm always happy to send some encouragement your way. You can find more support and my health coaching resources at runningwithbacon.com or come hang with me on Instagram for some healthy fun. Until next time, keep taking those small steps because you don't need a perfect plan, just a consistent one.